G'day and welcome back. I'm going to have a look at this small transistor in a minute, but before I do, I'll just do a quick rundown on the cruise we went on a couple of weeks ago. I got asked in the comments by a number of people to just give a bit of an overview, so we'll have a quick look at that now, then we'll have a look at this transistor radio. It was a 10-day cruise. We started in Melbourne, went to Sydney for a day and a half, then over to New Zealand. As I said, we boarded the ship in Melbourne. We'd upgraded our cabin slightly, so we had a better cabin. It's a double cabin, big bed. It had a full bar, a record player, and a magnificent bathroom. It's bigger than what we've got at home. So it was well worth the slightly extra cost. And of course there's the launch party on deck. And the atmosphere is really good. I really like cruising. A few days later we arrived in Sydney. We got some great views of the harbour coming in. The Opera House, of course. And the next day my brother-in-law and I climbed the Sydney Harbour Bridge. It was a bit harder than it was 20 years ago, but anyway, we got there and came back down and everything was good. And the day after that we sailed off over to New Zealand. That took a few days. We ended up in Tipton on the north end of the South Island. Spent a day there. And then we sailed up to Napier. Then to Tauranga. Spent a few days there. And then to Auckland. And from Auckland we flew Air New Zealand back to Melbourne. The ship we went on was the Virgin Voyages Resilient Lady, and magnificent ship. Brand new and slightly different setup to normal, where you normally have dining in one restaurant and they just change the menu. This one had various restaurants. You had to book and go to the various restaurants. It was all top quality. It's all included in your fare. Yeah, it was really, really good. And because we paid a bit extra for the cabin, we also got access to an area called Richard's Rooftop. And you could go in there. It had hot tubs and seating and a bar. You can get some food. There was a happy hour every day, so you got free drinks for an hour. You could have whatever you liked. They'd make anything you wanted. So that was a good start to the evening. Had a nice drink before we went off to dinner. And my wife seemed to enjoy it. There's a very quick example of what we did on the cruise. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and Virgin Voyages were really good. They were very good. So now let's have a look at that little Bolton transistor radio. It's only a very short video because we only just got back from Melbourne. This is my late father-in-law's radio. I don't remember him having it, but we found it when we were cleaning out his house. So I thought it might be interesting to see if it'll go, if it works. It's very neat, very small. And it looks like it's designed like a book, and that's the spine. So I don't know how you get in it. Oh, there it goes. Oh, okay. So it hasn't got any batteries in it. Volume on off on the top there. There's tuning. There's a dial on the side there. Earphone. Got something there. I'm not sure what that is. Some sort of crystal there. I'm not sure what that is either. UK design. Registration number 972283. If that means anything to anybody. Yeah, it's quite neat. Very small speaker. It's not going to sound fantastic, but as I said, it has got an earphone. It's got a light in there. Oh, look at that's a little light switch. I have some batteries here, so I'll see if it's going to work at all. There we go. So I'll turn it on. I'm not hearing anything. There's the tuning. Nothing at all. Dead. Nothing. No noise at all. There's the volume there. Yeah, so it's not working. There's the light. Yeah, it is a light. Oh, it must be a torch as well. Oh, I don't know. That probably doesn't go through that switch. That probably still, yeah. So that's not well, it means the batteries are connected. It doesn't mean there's power getting to the radio itself. There's the switch there. No, not making any noise. So the amplifier part isn't working, if anything's working. I've got my signal tracer out, so I'll put that on. Yeah, there's nothing happening there. I'll just try here. Ah. Hang on. So it's working there, the sound's there. Or the signal.
Look dead set stiff.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's the ground there. I just ground the test lead here. I'll turn it down.
At any stage in the run to the line.
Okay, so that's not working. If I put it to generator over here, turn the generator up, turn the tracer down, see if it will actually pass the signal. No, there's nothing there. So the amplifier is not working. You can just hear a very small signal getting through. I'll take the circuit board out and see what's going on. Sorry to break in, but I just want to say thank you to a gentleman in the Netherlands. His name is Frank. He watched a video I did and I used some EM4 Magic Eyes. He said, I've got some up in my loft. I'll send them out to you, which he did. So I've got them here. There's a couple of EM4s. That's an EM4 as well. That's an EM84. And that's an EM80, I think. Yes, EM80. Got a Phillips P base or side contact base there. I'm not sure what that one is. EM34. So he sent those over to me. Thank you very much, Frank. I really appreciate it, and the generosity of people is amazing. But even better than that, he sent these over. These are Dutch syrup waffles, or stroopwafels, and they're very popular in the Netherlands, I believe. So Frank has sent them over. I'm going to give them a try, but I think I need a cup of coffee. Alright, I've got my coffee there. I'll just open the packet up and I'll try and get one out. I think that's two. Yeah, they're stuck together. Oh, they're soft-ish, soft-ish. Ah, well, maybe they're supposed to be stuck together. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, that's not going to fit in my cup. I'll have to break it. Let's see what it tastes like. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be. It definitely tastes of syrup, and I think the syrup is in the middle, so I didn't need to break it in half. I should have had it like it was. It's very Moorish, I got to say. I'm not sure if I need the coffee, but I'll dip it in again anyway. It's interesting. It pretty much tastes like golden syrup stuck between two waffles, so it's quite nice. I don't think it dunks very well. I think it's better off just eating it and then sipping on your coffee. So thanks, Frank. I will enjoy these. Thank you. All right, back to our little transistor radio. So I'll get the batteries out if I can. There's a screw there. And another one there. I'll have to take the globe out to get it out, I think. Oh, wait on. I've got to take that off, don't I? I just realised I need to take the tuning knob off. There. And that's got two screws under it. Alright, that should come out. Actually, I should have checked the connection there, shouldn't I? That is the earphone piece. I should have checked to make sure that was making contact. I might put it back in for a second. I'll see if it is working. I've put the board back and I've put the batteries in, so we should be powered. Alright, so that is working there. That's the earphone connection there, and I'm shorting it out. No, so it's not that. I'll take the board out. That earphone piece is actually a rivet, so I have to unsolder it or something. I'm going to push this up with my finger, and hopefully I can unsolder the little tab from the board without burning myself. Come on. No. I'll put some Forceps pliers on there. I'll have another shot at this. I'm assuming that unsolders. Oh no, I've melted the case. Ah, damn it. Another bit of solder there. I'll try melting that. Ah, that's it. I put 3 volts on the power supply there. And I've got one lead on there already. So I'll put this one on. We'll see if we can... Ah, it's working. Isn't that the way?
Brothers are both out there. Justin Matamur, the 18th, the coach Benji Marshall. Do you like the Panthers, Matthew?
I do like the Panthers today, Andrew. Again, it's not a hard one to come up with or to validate.
What about you, MC?
Alright, well, it's working. Maybe it's just a bad solder somewhere. Oops, there you go. Or is that me? It's probably a bad solder because the solders are pretty ordinary on there. Alright, well, I'll have a closer look at the board and see if I can see any dodgy solders. I've been having a look around here. This area here is the audio section. There's the RF, IF, and this is the audio along here. And I can't see any real bad solders there. There's some pretty ordinary ones, but I don't think they're going to cause a problem. I'll touch up the ones that look a bit odd, and I'll come back, but it really doesn't look like there's anything wrong there. I've touched up a few of these. This one over here, I think, or somewhere around there, was very ordinary looking, so maybe it's still working. Even though the radio is working all right, I'm going to replace these 4 electrolytic capacitors anyway. I've replaced the 4 capacitors. We'll see if it still works. I've got 3 volts on the power supply. I'll connect this. I reckon the sound was a bit distorted originally, so hopefully it's... Oh, there it is. Well, of course, for a little transistor, they always sound a bit ordinary, but I think that sounds better. It was distorted before the sound. I'll reassemble this and we'll give it a final test. It's all back together. That area there is where I hit it with the iron, but I cleaned it up and you can't even see it, so I got out of that, but yeah, you've got to be careful. We'll turn it on.
That's why Michael carry on.
Yeah, there's one of the most inaccurate passes you'll ever see. It just went straight over the head of
Yeah,
Charles
so
Stones. There was no chance of
bit hard to tune.
Such a poor pass from Buller after the West Tigers forced an error against Penrith.
Now the Panthers have it to Ruva, 24 out from his own line, plays it to Kenny. Open side left to Henry, and Liam Henry backs his way to the Penrith 30-metre.
Well, there it is, a Bolton book-shaped transistor radio, AM of course. It does work. Yeah. And it is clearer. It's definitely clearer with those capacitors replaced. So, yes, it's not bad. It's quite cute, actually. Anyone that's watched my channel for any time would know that I'm not that keen on transistor radios. I don't really know how they work. So, yeah, I was happy to get that one going. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you can join me next time for my next radio adventure.